What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Stardust here. Welcome back to another video here on the YouTube channel, and today we are going through more Marvel's Avengers news here on the YouTube channel. But before we get into that, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated as Jane Foster is on the horizon. We're going to have plenty of videos coming out, and I'm going to go through all of them tomorrow in my War Table coverage. So be sure to subscribe with notifications on so that you never miss an upload. But let's get straight into this. So starting off, we go to Chris Jung, aka Rudo Page. It's either Jung or Young. I think it's probably Young, but either way. So I have one announced thing I can confirm for the Mighty Thor. She will have a wrestling takedown. It has the best pun-related name in my 10 plus years of being in games. On the 28th, make sure you check out the clothesline from hell in Marvel's Avengers. Now, if you're a professional wrestling fan, you would know that in WWE, Hall of Famer JBL does this lariat that essentially, you know, is called the clothesline from hell, and that is the reference. So expect Jane to be throwing out some lariats left, right, and center come the 28th. Not only that, but my really good friend Suki is okay says, I love the entire Avengers dev team, but would like to have a word with whoever keeps adding the defeat with combo enders objective, of course referring to event objectives. Chris says, word has already been had. There was a meeting on Tuesday about doing a pass on event objectives. This was specifically called out. Can't promise a date, but it's been tasked out, which is really good because I know that a lot of people do not like combo enders being in their events. Not only that, but someone also said, I'd like to add Takedown on Dreadbots to the list, which Chris said defeat Dreadbot via Takedown was also part of that meeting. So it goes to show that they are focused heavily on making sure that events are going to be a lot more enjoyable in the near future. So if you're happy about that, let me know down below in the comments. Next, we move on to Discord, where we were talking a little bit about events. So Modok has come in and says, what was the reasoning behind the minor change for Corruptive Vibranium giving you a higher level non-stone but only same level raid gear? Now I believe I do know this person, but because they have the same PFP, but regardless, Alex says, could you got gear from the previous event? A lot of it. In order to keep numbers from going weird, we gotta do a mix of power level increase on minor artifacts versus gear. Each event has its own value beyond the gear it gives. Tachyon is the best for power level gain if you ignore all but one hero. Vibranium is even, and make sure all heroes get at least one minor artifact, and things like Red Room will be about the gear grind rather than power level increase. Power level gains should still be aspirational, perk hunting should be as well. We don't want those to compete all the time. So, if you're wondering why you haven't been upgrading much when you've been playing Corruptive Vibranium, then we have confirmation why that this is by design. Personally, in my honest opinion, when there was marketing going on for kind of this, you know, this update where events were going to be giving you power level gain, that was kind of the big thing around it, and I don't think they explained very well that that wasn't always going to be the objective with these things, that you weren't always going to be able to get insane power level increases. I would have liked to have had a bit more in-depth detail about that, but it is what it is. Next, we have Brian Wagner talking today, saying, been perusing the Art of Marvel's Avengers book this morning and just had massive inspiration on where to take the narrative after what we had planned post Cloning Labs. Must write a lot. Now, he then goes on to say, in the last 2 hours, I've written about 2,500 words and still have more to write. Can't write fast enough. So, obviously, Brian is talking about himself writing more stuff for the narrative and planning things like that, which is always good because it shows that Marvel's Avengers has a very bright future ahead of it. I would say, though, that there's a lot of storylines that Marvel's Avengers still need to cover involving Loki in Thor's iconic missions and more, so hopefully they can actually cover them before they start worrying about more narrative bites. I really do think that's kind of the thing that lacks with this game's narrative, is that they have so many plot threads and they just never finish them off to a satisfying conclusion. I can't think of any story thread that they've started that has actually ended yet, so hopefully they're actually going to be able to do that soon. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the video for today. Probably the last video until the War Table coverage tomorrow. So let me know if you're excited for Jane Foster's War Table. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.